listening to Wildilla, the show where we talk about what's going on in game and some of the news, and you might even hear what me and Brandon are doing in game. You're listening to Wildilla. This is Chris.
And this is Brandon.
Welcome back. This is Chris.
And this is Brandon.
And we're going to talk about what we've been doing in game. Me, I've still been leveling my Pally Tazram. Sorry I haven't been on Twitch. I keep forgetting, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. But I got him, he just hit 51, so can't wait. He's getting there, but what have you been doing real quick before I keep going?
Oh, just leveling Savage. Got her to 55, almost 56.
Yeah,
I
got
CG.
Shrody, which is in the Twisted Egos Guild. I got him to 55 today.
I think I got Val to 34 or something like that. But I'm not totally sure.
Okay.
But no, just doing that. Ran a ZG and did a Blackrock Depths run, and that was 4 hours of torture because the first group decided that they were going to quit after we got to a certain point, and the next group came in, and we were all the right level to be there, so it was even harder because my tank was level 54, 53 or 54 paladin, and he was just getting beat like he stole something. So my heals were, and my mana's still low because I switched over to heals for anybody who didn't know for Savage. And my heals are fine. My mana pool is very low. And I'm playing a new spec that I wanted to try out, which is more healing touch based than using your hots so much, and you can just spam healing touch most of the time, and it's actually more mana efficient to do that than it is to cast your hots. So I've got a different plan kind of worked out. It's going to be a different spec post 60, but right now it's just one that seems to be working pretty well.
But right now, what I was about to say before I let him talk about his, I'm going to try to hurry up and get to 60 pretty quick on at least my Pally. I want to try to do it on both the Pally and the Druid, because May the 18th pre-patch begins on TBC. And no, it's not a rumor, it is actually on the World of Warcraft site.
Yep, and it's stupid.
It's well, we'll let you get into that later, but let's see. It says return to Outland on June 1st in Burning Crusade Classic. So, beginning on May 18th, after each regional scheduled maintenance, the Burning Crusade Classic pre-expansion patch will be released, and each character must choose whether to advance onward to Burning Crusade, move to a Classic Era realm, or use the character clone service to play in both games. So, on May 18th, you can make Draenei, or what Brandon likes to call Squid Face.
Squid Face.
Or you can make Blood Elves, which I'm not going to say.
The girly man.
I wasn't going to say it, but okay. So I'm going to try to hurry up and get at least the Paladin to 60 before May 18th, so I can start. So I can make the deny, because that's what I want to play. Also, I might make a Paladin on the Horde side, but I probably won't be playing it hardly at all. Because, yeah.
I'm not making one.
June the 1st, you said you were going to make a Warlock with my Paladin.
Maybe.
But and then on June 1st, I'm going to tank with my Paladin, and somebody's going to heal on their Druid, if I believe so.
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen.
And what I've been hearing is it's a lot better to run all the instances. That way you get rep for all the instances. You get some decent gear out of all of those. And then when you hit 70, go back. If you don't have enough gold, go back and do all the quests. Because you won't be getting XP, but you'll be getting extra gold for doing all those quests. So,
yep.
And so you could go back and do all those quests and get gold for your epic, or for your flying mount.
I mean, you got to do a couple of quests. You want to do a couple of quests at the very beginning.
Well, you might want to go and
maybe
do your dungeon quest.
Well, you don't even have to go that far. Just enough to get over there to where you can get to the area. Once you get over there,
if I don't go and get any gear, then I'm going to need to do some quests to get some decent gear to run the dungeons. So it all depends on what I do between now and June the 1st. So do I want to run an axe and get some stuff? Do I want to go get Oni attuned and go do that? And it all depends. I don't know. I have to hit 60. I want to hit 60 before I do any of that first. So, all right. So you'll get to choose that, and also they have two options. You could purchase the Dark Portal Pass, which allows you to boost one character of your choosing on a Burning Crusade Classic Realm to level 58, and it's limit 1 per World of Warcraft account. It is not usable on Blood Elf or Draenei characters. The boosted character will receive the Apprentice Riding skill, a race-specific mount, weapon skills up to 58, access to certain flight paths, a set of level 58 magic or green quality gear, up to 4 Runecloth bags that are 14 slots apiece, and they'll throw you a little bit of gold to start, because you can't really start at level 58. You can't go nowhere because you don't have any gold. So, there you go. And if you get the Deluxe Edition, which you found out it's $70, I think?
Well,
we'll get that. We'll let you right here in a minute. So, the Deluxe Edition, you get the Reawakened Faith Hunter mount, a creature that draws on the otherworldly energies that transform Draenor into Outland for use only in Burning Crusade Classic, and designed to match the look of the original expansion. And then the Viridian Faith Hunter mount, a variant for use in modern World of Warcraft, including Shadowlands, reflecting the game's current visual style. Now, you also get a Dark Portal Hearthstone for use in Burning Crusade Classic, providing a unique visual effect inspired by the gateway between worlds. The Path of Ilion toy for Burning Crusade Classic, which causes your character's footsteps to leave flickering fellfire in their wake for a short time. The Dark Portal Pass, which boosts one character 58, which is the same. It's got the same restrictions as standalone Dark Portal Pass. And upgrading the Dark Portal Pass to the Deluxe Edition does not grant a second boost. So that means if you get the Dark Portal Pass and then you upgrade to the Deluxe Edition, you don't get another boost. You still only get that one. And then if you get the Deluxe Edition, you also get 30 days of World of Warcraft game time, providing access to classic Burning Crusade Classic and retail. So, rant start?
Okay. So, they want to drop the pre-patch on the 18th.
Yep.
I'm fine with that. I would rather than wait till the 1st to drop it, but whatever. Drop it on the 18th, that's fine. But then they're going to give you 3 weeks, maybe, to play before they drop the actual TBC expansion. Now, that causes problems.
Exactly 2 weeks.
Yeah, because you're going to tell your for people who have significant others, you're going to tell them, look, I'm now going to have to play this game because they're dropping the pre-patch and I needed to do this for 2 weeks, so I'm not going to talk to you. And then now I'm going to have to, in 2 weeks, I'm not going to see you for 4 days because I'm going to be playing this expansion that came out 15 years ago. Which doesn't make any sense. You need to lead up to that. They need to give you a month before that happens. They need to stress test.
I agree.
There's things they need to do.
They should put a time between the pre-patch and the actual launch. 2 weeks.
But
have they done just a 2 weeks pre-patch before?
No.
I don't ever
it's been
doing it. Yeah.
They're talking about 9.1, the first patch for Shadowlands coming out 9 months after Shadowlands has come out. 9 months before the first patch. And they want to throw this like this. Okay, Blizzard, to me, is money hungry. Because now, not only are they doing that, but now they want to charge you $35 per character that you copy. If you want to copy your character
and play on both,
for both of them, it's $35 per character. What in the Sam hell is Blizzard thinking? 35. Okay, if you want to charge me $35, then make that account wide, or better yet, charge me $10 per character or $5 per character. But don't charge 30. What about people who have 660s? I mean, are they going to? That's $35 a pop. No. And then on top of that, then they want to charge you $39.99, which is $40 for character boost. If you want to boost your character, and you can only do that once, and it doesn't give you anything but a level 58 with some crap gear. And then this is the kicker. Oh, you can get the TBC Deluxe Edition, and with this Deluxe Edition, we're going to give you a mount. And by the way, that's probably going to be only one mount. It's probably not going to be for each character, so you're going to have to choose which character gets that mount, I'm sure. Because in TBC, mounts weren't account-wide. So you're going to be looking at which character gets that mount. So you're paying $70 for that. You get one boost. Okay. You get some stupid toys that to me aren't worth $70 because then there again, they're probably going to be single person use, not account bound. And then you get 30 days of game time. These get your wallets out because they're fixing to bleed you. And of course, me being a content creator like I want to, I'm going to have to buy it.
Yeah.
So, but I don't understand what Blizzard's thinking. I mean, it would have been fine for this to wait July.
Yeah.
It would have been fine to wait for July. Give your game a little bit of hype. You're bringing out pre-patch, and then you're not even hyping the game up.
Yeah, not very many people are going to be able to level a Draenei or a Blood Elf to 60 in 2 weeks. And if they do, they're cheating.
Yeah, you're going to have people...
Or they're playing just non-stop, which, we have lives, and we can't be just playing non-stop, so...
Well, you're going to have people paying for boost. I mean, That's what it's going to be. There's going to be people paying for boost, which Blizzard wants to stop, but they're making it to where that's the only way these people are going to have to be able to get that high. Yeah. You give them 2 weeks. I mean, I understand it can be done in 2 weeks, but come on, I mean, like you said, some people have lives that they've got to lead as well.
Yeah.
If you don't lead your life, then you can't pay your subscription, and then Blizzard's stuck again. But if they would give it a month, let it get some hype, they're going to get that many more people that are going to want to come and play because it'll get out to that many more people.
So, let's go through this a little bit at a time. So, the boost, do you like it or not?
Yeah, I like the boost, but I don't like the price. But I like the boost.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to get the deluxe edition anyways because of the mount. The 30 days free game time helps, and the boost, of course, helps that too. So I think it averages out all right. The toy, I might play with it once or twice, then I'll be pretty much done with it. And I don't remember what else there was.
That's it.
There's 2 mounts, which I'm not probably hardly ever play retail anyways. The Dark Portal Hearthstone. It'd be different. It'd be cool, but different. Which, if they don't change it, who really cares? And yeah, so boosted character. I like the boosted character. The price, if you do it just by itself without doing anything, is a little high. But I'm wondering if they put a price on that because, like, maybe in a year they might say, okay, you can boost as many as you want. I have no idea. Or
I don't think that'll ever happen.
Or if they say you could boost 1 or 2 or something like that. I don't know. I think that's the only way I could think of they're doing it that high. I don't know. But
I think they're doing it that high so you don't have a lot of people just running around with brand new characters. And then, they're just running servers that are just completely madhouse full of people who don't know how to play the game.
So the 30 days of game time, awesome. Thank you. The mount, you like the mount or not?
No, I'm not a fan of them giving away any mount or any kind of microtransactioning for a mount in TBC.
What do you think of the mount, though?
I don't like it. I don't like anything about it. I mean, I understand it's a face stalker, but I don't like it. I don't particularly want one. I liked the fact that we had to ride around on our specific mounts.
Yeah.
That we had, and now everybody that buys that is going to look the same. They're all going to want to ride that mount.
But just remember, I'm not talking to you, but the listeners, that your 58 tune that you boost will already have their faction mount anyways. So this mount, oh well, it'd be cool, but I like the racial mounts anyways.
Me too.
So
me too.
You're going to see me more on the racial mounts. In fact, in retail, if you ever saw me in retail, the only mount I used, like I would say 90% of the time, was a Headless Horseman mount. Yep. Because I wanted it, I got it. That first or second year that I tried to get it, I think it was the first year. And that's all I ever rode, because it flew. And it was a horse. I like riding horses.
The only one I'm going to ride is the Talbot, and I'll get that on each one of my characters because that's my favorite mount in the game.
Yeah.
But no, I don't. I'm not a fan of the whole $70 thing. I don't think they should have it. I think they should, if you want to have a boosted character, boost a character, bring the price down to a more reasonable price.
What about people who already bought the deluxe edition back in the day? Now they got 2 deluxe editions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought every deluxe edition.
Yeah.
If they didn't come with mounts, they came with, that's I just don't like that. I don't. Blizzard dropped the ball on that. I really think they did.
All right.
I mean, I'm a fan of the boost because I'm not a hardcore player. I am a casual player. So I'm a fan of the boost because that lets me have another character that's close to 60 where I can actually play in Burning Crusade.
All right, so if you see me on this mount, I'm just running around looking at it, or I have a macro set up to do the random mount. But
If you see him on that mount, slap him.
yeah, you'll probably just see me playing on it, but 90% of the time you're going to see me on my racial mount. Whether it be the tiger or the horse or the mechanical strider or the Elk whenever Janai comes out.
I hope they give it to us as a gift that you have to go claim on the website, because then I won't even go claim it. It'll just sit there unclaimed forever.
Now, during Brewfest, and if they do have the mount for the Brewfest mount, I will get that on my Janai because I just like my Janai on a Brewfest mount.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah.
The toys? No. Yeah.
You'll probably never see me using the toy. You might see me the first day just to see what it looks like, and then after that, you'll never see it again.
Dude, I had the Siamese cat, and guess what happened to it?
What, you deleted it?
Yep. Because I don't care about the toys.
Oh, I just got the Siamese cat the other day.
I'm gonna go do the warg and the spiderling quest, and then I'm gonna delete them. I just want to do the quest because it's XP. I played Pokemon on retail. Well, I don't need to play Pokemon again.
I don't think Pokemon came out till Cata anyways, right?
Well, even so, I played Pokemon. I was catching them all. I had all kinds of pets. My bank was full. I don't want to do that again. So no, I mean, yeah, it's my rant, and this is just what I believe. But I'm not a. I think Blizzard dropped the ball when it came to this pre-patch and what they're doing.
All right, so in the Americas, it's going to drop at 3 p.m. on June the 1st. Europe is 11 p.m. on the 1st. Taiwan area is going to be 7 a.m. on the 2nd. Korea is 8 a.m. on the 2nd. ANZ, A-N-Z, whatever time that is, I'm not sure. It's going to be 10 a.m. on the 2nd. In the future of, And UTC, 10 p.m. on the 1st. So, those are the global release times. So, that's all I got for what I've been doing and the news. I knew you figured out a way to explain it better than I did. I'm going to start off with Urok.
Get your wallets out, boys.
He's a level 60.
What's in your wallet?
Mini boss summoned in Lower Blackrock Spire. Urok Newhound resides in the lower area of Blackrock Spire with a few of his fellow tribe ogres. To summon him, you'll need to kill High Lord Omok and pick up his head. Second, you need a rough-shod pike found in the Blackrock Spire and place it on Urok's tribute pile, which is located in the corner behind the ogres just after the area filled with spiders. It is advised to clear the ogres first before placing the pike, as Urok's guards will come before he appears himself. His abilities are Strike, which strikes an enemy inflicting increased melee damage. Rend inflicts physical damage to an enemy every 3 seconds for 15 seconds. Intimidating Roar roars at an enemy, paralyzing it with terror for 8 seconds and causing all other nearby enemies to flee in fear. Now, the strategy on him is he is fearable, so if you have a Warlock, you can keep him dotted and feared until he dies. Providing you clear the mobs surrounding the area, his adds can be safely feared as well to make the fight more manageable. Operating Omok's head during the fight causes a lot of damage to his minions. Someone should be assigned to use it as soon as it becomes available, about a 30-second cooldown. Alright, after that, his loot. Ribstill's Foot Guards, which is a plate feat. 438 armor. It's got 10 agility, 10 strength, 17 stamina, and level 56 to use. To equip it, I mean. Rosewine Circle is a finger or ring. If you equip it, it restores 5 mana per 5 seconds and increases spell power by 15. And then male waist piece called Marksman's Girdle. 202 armor with 21 agility. Level 56 to use. If you equip it, increases your hit rating by 10. Then leather hands called Slaghide Gauntlets. 207 armor. It's got a random enchantment. It requires level 56 to equip it. And it also drops top half of Advanced Armor Smithing Volume 3, which you'll have to combine with the bottom half to actually have it. And then a quest item called Orosh's Mojo.
Alright. Now, we're going to talk about High Alert Amok, which is who you have to kill in order to summon him. He is the leader of the Spire. He's a 57 Elite Ogre mini-boss. He's the leader of the Spirestorm clan. Marshal Maxwell and Warlord Goretooth both want Amok killed. Amok's head, when placed on a roughshod pike, can be used to challenge Uruk Doomhowl. His abilities are Knockaway, inflicts normal damage plus 30 to an enemy and knocks it back, and Frenzy. Increases the caster's attack speed by 60%, and physical damage it deals by 50% for 2 minutes. Strategy: take Amok against a wall to negate the knockback. Apart from that, he's an easy tank and spank encounter. He's only got, it doesn't say, he's not that hard. He's pretty easy. Loot, it's all different to use. No, this first piece is 54 to use it. The rest of the pieces are 55. First piece is Boots of Elements. It is a male feet piece, 240 armor, 17 agility, or 17 spirit, 9 agility. Then you got Fist of Amok, which is a two-handed mace, 51.4 damage per second with a 204 top end, 29 strength, and 12 stamina. Plate of the Shaman King. It is a plate chest piece, 627 armor, 15 intellect, 12 strength, 15 stamina, and increases spell power by 18 when you equip it. Slam Shot Shoulders. They are plate shoulder items, 470 armor, 21 stamina, increases attack power by 20 when you equip it. Sky Shroud Leggings are cloth legs, 75 armor, 8 intellect, 8 stamina, 75 spell power by 34 when you equip it. Tressmane Leggings are leather leg pieces, 148 armor, 15 spirit, 14 intellect, 12 stamina, increases spell power by 19 when you equip. He also drops a gemstone of Spirestone and a Amok's head, which you need.
Alright. And then, more Greyhoof. He's a level 60 elite, ghostly Tauren druid mini-boss, summoned as part of the Dungeon Set 2 questline. Now, there's a prerequisite. You have to do steps 1, 2, and 3 in Dungeon Set 2 questline. Step 4 starts you off purchasing a Hallowed Brazier from the Argent Dawn for the quest 3 Kings of Flame. Upon completion, you will receive the Brazier of Beckoning, which can be used to summon more Greyhoof and lower Blackrock Spire. Now, after completing the Return to Bodley, you will receive the Brazier Invocation, which can be used to repeatedly summon any of the ghosts in the Dungeon Set 2 questline. Cool. Now, he has several offensive abilities. Hurricane. He'll cast it every now and then again around himself. Turning him away from the group doesn't seem to matter. He can't move while casting this, though, so either way, either back away or ignore it entirely if your group has good healers. AE Moonfire. This is also done to everyone around more, so turning again doesn't matter. This is a magic effect and should be dispelled ASAP by a priest or paladin. Note that the range of this AE Moonfire is 30 yards, and it can be outranged by healers/ranged DPS if more is taken in the opposite corner of the room from them. Animal forms. Eventually more will get mad and change it to various animal forms. Just continue the fight as normal. Now I remember this guy. I think I've done this. Moore's offensive abilities are really what makes or breaks the fight. If you don't have the means to stop him from healing, you lose. Healing Touch. Moore has a healing touch that heals him for 7,000 health easily without critting. This is easy to spot and interrupt. Moore is immune to stun effects, so plan your interrupts accordingly. Rejuvenate. This spell is the one that is the most often overlooked. It is also the one which is most important to stop. Moore's Rejuvenate heals him for 1000 HP per tick. It is a magic effect that must be dispelled immediately, or he will regain his health back too quickly to be killed. In his forms, his caster form, during this phase, Moore periodically shifts between is a Tauren Druid in Feral Heart. He attacks with his staff, doing manageable damage. Periodically, he will cast an instant AoE, Moonfire, that hits between 400 and 500, as well as a Channel Hurricane that also does between 400 and 500 per DMG cycle. In this form, Moore can cast Rejuvenation Healing Touch on himself. This is the form Moore will return to between form shifts, to cast heals on himself and do AoE damage to the group. Moore has an incredible amount of mana, so mana draining him is really not a viable option, and it takes him about 20 minutes to expend all his mana. Bear form. At about 75% hit points, Moore will shift into bear form, gaining greatly increased armor and typical bear abilities like slow and powerful attacks. Cat. At 50%, he switches to cat, gaining faster attacks and a stacking debuff that reduces target armor by 75%. Unsure if this debuff is additive or manipulative. However, healers need to be on their toes to overheal if the debuff starts stacking. Sprite Dagger. At about 25% health, Moore will shift into this form. He will sometimes randomly and instantly sleep a member of the party. 2 healers can be good for this phase. He also has a melee attack and an AoE arcane explosion type attack. Moore hasn't been observed to ever shift out of this form and can be easily DPS down. Spellcasters should be aware during this form Moore will have a periodic ability called Reflection, which will reflect all offensive spells back at the caster. It looks like bright blue sparkles around him and will fade after about 10 seconds. So the strategy on this guy is pretty straightforward. After killing Boon in LBRS, drop the Brazier to summon. He shapeshifts to various forms when he uses his Hurricane spell, back up out of the AoE. He also periodically heals, which should be interrupted. If you have no way to interrupt these heals, you may not be able to kill him due to his large amount of mana. So, just an example of what you can do. A warrior can be a main tank. It interrupts the healing touch. Rogue DPS can interrupt the healing touch. A hunter is a ranged DPS, stands out of range of Hurricane and Moonfire. Druid healing stands out of range of Hurricane and Moonfire. And priest healing dispelling stands out of range of Hurricane and Moonfire. That's just some examples of a good 5-man group. There's a optional druid and maybe rogue stealth run, but I'm not going to get on all of that. And the stealth run in total takes about 18 minutes to stealth in, kill Boon, kill the 3 trash bombs, kill Moore, and stealth out. So, whatever. Alright, now his loot is a leather waist piece called Belt of the Trickster. It's a 97 armor, 22 agility, 9 stamina, level 56 to equip it, which looks like all of these are level 56 too. No, not all of them. The next one's a level 57 to use, the rest of them are 56. And this is an idol called Idol of Rejuvenation, which if you equip it, increases spell power of Rejuvenation by 50.
Yeah, I want that so bad.
Oh, I bet you do. I want you to have it.
I'm going to make my guild take me.
Yeah.
Or make a guild take me. Some of these guild take me. I don't care who's.
Yep. We got a cloth waist piece called Iron Weave Belt. 139 armor with 17 stamina, 11 intellect. It's for priest, mage, or warlock. So I guess if you're a paladin, can't wear it. But anyways, level 56. And then a mace, one-handed, is called the Jawbreaker. It's got 40.3 damage per second, level 56. If you equip it, it increases your critical strike rate by 14. And then we have a Tome of Divine Right. It's off-handed. It's got 5 intellect and 4 stamina. It increases spell power by 14 and restores 4 mana per 5 seconds. Both of those are if you equip it. And then left piece of Lord Valdalax's Amulet. It's a quest item. And if you use it, you'll be combining the left, right, and top pieces of Lord Valdalax's Amulet into one whole piece. And then you can also drop the right piece of that amulet.
Alright, then you have Shadow Hunter Vosh Gajin, or people just say Shadow Hunter Vosh. It's an elite 58 Troll Shadow Hunter mini. Vosh is a former lover of Kilram, a troll blacksmith, and Everlook. She guards the fifth Mosharu tablet needed for the quest, the final tablet. She resides in the Hall of Blackhand. Her abilities are Curse of Blood, increase the physical damage taken by nearby enemies by 2 for 10 minutes, and Hex, transforms nearby enemies into frogs, rendering them unable to attack or cast spells for 10 seconds. Strategy: non-melee should stand at least 20 yards away when Vosh Gajin to ensure that they are not hexed. Hex, fortunately, does not cause the tank to drop aggro. Curse of Blood is probably the most ignorable debuff in the game. And then her loot. Let's see. She drops the Black Crow, which is a crossbow. 38.7 damage per second. 3 agility. Increases your hit rating by 10 when you equip it. Requires 54, as well as all the other items. Demonic Runed Spalders. Leather shoulder item. 126 armor. 12 agility. 12 stamina. Improves hit rating by 14 when you equip it. Doom Shot. It is an arrow. It adds 20 damage per second. So it's an arrow. It's actually 200 arrows. Funeral Cuffs. Cloth wrist piece. 37 armor. 14 intellect. 5 spirit. 10 shadow resistance. Rip Hook is a bow. 38.6 damage per second. Increases attack power by 22 when you equip it. Shadowcraft Gloves. Leather Hands. 105 armor. 14 agility. 9 stamina. Improve hit rating by 9. And increase attack power by 20 when you equip. True Aim Gauntlets. Male Hands. 218 armor. Improves hit rating by 10. Improves critical strike rating by 21 when you equip. And he also drops Vosh Gajin's Snake Stone.
Which is a quest item.
Yes. I figured they knew that, but sure.
Alright, then War Master Boon is a level 59 elite troll boss. Now, the background, note that directly behind him is a 6 Mosharu tablet for the quest, the final tablets. Watch the floor near him as the important Blackrock documents, another quest item for the quest Warlord's Command, are there 1/4 of the time. If the documents are not there, they are guarded by High Lord Amok or Overlord Warbtalak, or are by the ogres just after the spiders. He tortured More Greyhoof nearly to death. Now he's got some abilities. Oh, his health is at 28,000. Now his abilities are Throw Axe, rolls a massive axe at a random enemy, dealing 1750 damage and stunning them for 2 seconds. Uppercut, inflicts normal damage plus 50 to an enemy, knocking it back. Cleave, inflicts 110% of normal melee damage to an enemy and its nearest allies, affecting up to 3 targets. I almost said 30 targets for some reason. Mortal Strike, inflicts 300% weapon damage and leaves the target wounded, reducing the effectiveness of any healing by 50% for 5 seconds. Pummel, pummels an enemy for 45 damage and interrupts the spell being cast for 5 seconds. Snap Kick, inflicts 4 damage to an enemy, stunning it for 2 seconds. And Thrash, gives the caster 2 extra attacks. The strategy of this fight is pretty straightforward fight. Just tank and spank. He is immune to stuns and does have a stunning blow. Beware that he does hit hard and throws the tank into the air a few times. He doesn't lose any aggro, but it can be tricky if DPS is piling in and the tank cannot maintain aggro during airtime. He also uses a War Stomp similar to Thunderclap, but reduces movement speed instead of attack speed. Mind controlling the Berserker in the previous room to take Voon will not work. He loses the MC the moment he attacks Voon. Alright, now his loot. Plate hands with 218 armor with 10 agility, 9 stamina, 9 intellect, 10 spirit. Level 54 to equip. And if you equip it, increases attack power by 18. Male wrist called Braze Core Arm Guards. It's 155 armor. 11 intellect, 10 stamina. Level 55 to equip, and if you equip it, restores 3 mana per 5 seconds. There's a thrown weapon called Flight Blade Throwing Axe. 35.5 damage per second with 6 agility and 5 stamina. Level 55 to equip it, and if you equip it, increase attack power by 12. One-headed dagger called Curious of Zul'Sharak. 39.4 damage per second. Level 55, chance on hit. Inflicts numbing pain that deals 10 nature damage every 2 seconds and increases the time between targets' attacks by 10% for 10 seconds. Rose Wine Circle or Ring. Level 55 to equip it. And if you equip it, it restores 5 mana per 5 seconds. And it increases spell power by 15. Talisman of Evasion is a neck piece with 13 agility. If you equip it, increases your dodge rating by 12. You can also drop Gemstone of Smolder Thorn. And that's it.
Alright. Next you have what some people just are deathly scared of. It's Mother Smolderweb. Level 59 Elite Spider Mini-Boss. Her abilities are Mother's Milk. Poisons nearby enemies until the poison is entirely removed from the bloodstream by a knowledgeable medical professional. It will periodically immobilize a poisoned individual and any nearby ally. Crystallize stuns the target for 5 seconds. Summon Spire Spiderling. 3 Spire Spiderlings hatch, attacking any nearby prey. She's for a quest called Mother's Milk. It's not feasible to complete this quest on a full clear of the instance because the debuff is too cumbersome to leave uncured. Because once you get the debuff, you have to keep the debuff and you have to go out to this person and have them clear it, and that's the quest. So loot is girdle or gilded. Let's see, hold on. All 55 to use except for one piece. The piece that is not 55 is 54. It's called Wildheart Boots. This is a leather foot item. 115 armor, 17 spirit, 9 intellect, and 10 stamina. The other pieces are all 55 to use, and they are Gilded Gauntlets, male handpiece, 221 armor, 14 stamina, 15 intellect, restores 4 mana per 5 seconds when you equip. Smolderweb's Eye is a trinket. Use it, and then poisons target for 20 nature damage every 2 seconds for 20 seconds. Venom Spitter. It is a one-handed mace, 39.5. Chance on hit, poisons target for 7 nature damage every 2 seconds for 30 seconds. And it is part of a set.
Quartermaster Ziggurat. He's an elite orc rare mob mini-boss. Found here. He can be found up the ramp in the opposite direction of the hall that leads to Halicon. He always drops 5 major healing potions and 5 major mana potions. He sometimes has the plans for Annihilator, and in his room there is occasionally a chest. He also reportedly is the only source for the Warg carrier in the game I think that's later, though. I think that's in retail. On the other hand, he sometimes only has the potions, a few coins, and no other loot. So, while optional, he can be worth the time. And, he's level 60 elite. His abilities are Drink Healing Potion, uses a holy elixir to heal the caster. Hooked Net, immobilizes nearby enemies for 3 seconds and inflicts physical damage. Shoot, shoots at an enemy inflicting physical damage. Stun Bomb, hurls a stun bomb inflicting normal damage +1 to all enemies in a selected area and stunning them for 3 seconds. His strategy, he likes to use his gun, so pull him out to the hallway to fight him. Otherwise, he may back up to get a shot and pull in several tough adds. He not only likes to shoot you, but also... boy, I can't talk. He not only likes to shoot you, but he also likes to call nearby friends and net you. I suggest clearing at least the top half of the hallway where you will pull him into for the fight. Also, clear both sets of mobs on the right side of the room. You don't need to worry about the left side. He moves all around the room, so when he gets to the right side, pull him and move behind the wall down the hallway a bit. After that, it's just taking space. So, since he's a taking space, he drops a leather waist piece called Cloud Runner Girdle. 185 armor with 15 agility and 14 strength, level 55 to equip it. Hands of Power is a cloth hands piece with 53 armor, 6 spirit, 6 intellect, 55. And if you equip it, it increases spell power by 26. Leather waist piece called Wild Heart Belt. 93 armor with 10 spirit, 17 intellect, and 9 stamina. Level 53, which is part of the Wild Heart Remnant set. He could drop the Plans for Annihilator, which is for blacksmithing. And then he also drops the design called Black Diamond Crab. And then that's it.
Okay. I'm going to talk about Halcyon instead of Gazril the Slavener first, because Gazril the Slavener is summoned upon Halcyon's death. So it doesn't make any sense to talk about him before you talk about
Halcyon. Well, like I did earlier. Talked about the... Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so, alright. Alright, next you have Halcyon. Halcyon is a giant red and black warg owned by Blood Axe Legion. She produces the Orcs attack wargs with her mate Gazril the Slavener. Despite rumors of their origin being of demonic sources and supernatural works, deep within lower Blackrock Spire, she is housed with her brood of pups in Halcyon's nest and is heavily guarded by orcs and wargs alike. Her abilities calls upon Gazril the Slavener upon death. Strategy for Halcyon is a fairly easy fight. If your group is unable to pull the pups without having her tag along, have your AoE classes handle it. They're non-elites, making them easily cleaned up. Also, be sure to fight inside her lair, because once she is dead, Gazril will come down the hallway afterwards. Be sure to have your Shaman, if you have one, replant their totems inside as well to avoid unnecessary Gazril aggro. Once Halcyon herself has been aggroed, have your casters and healers run into her lair and onto the higher ground near the back. Provide distance between them and Halcyon in the case the tank loses aggro. Once her pups are down, simply DPS and keep the tank alive, and you can defeat her no problem. We're not going to talk about 2 rogues or anything like that, or 2 troops.
Yeah, I agree.
Alright, so her loot is Ironweave Bracers, Wrist Cloth Piece, 108 armor, 8 intellect, 14 stamina, level 56 to use, Priest, Mage, and Warlock. Next is a Pads of the Dreadwolf, Leather Foot, 116 armor, 14 stamina, increases attack power by 40 when equipped, and you have to be level 55. Halcyon Spiked Collar, a neck item, 7 stamina, increases attack power by 48 when fighting beasts, when equipped, 55 to equip it. And then Slash Shaw's Bracers, male wrist piece, 155 armor, 6 spirit, 7 agility, 7 stamina, increases your hit rating by 10, and you have to be 55 to equip it.
Alright. And then Gazril the Slavener. There's no strategy, so Tank and
No,
spank,
he's
I
a
guess?
tank and spank.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, he's a straight tank and spank.
Alright, so we'll talk about his loot. Leather wrist piece with 75 armor called Bleak Howler Arm Guards. 75 armor with 14 spirit, 8 intellect. Level 56 to equip it, and if you equip it, increases spell power by 8. A shield, which is, of course, offhand. Rombeard Protector with 2,089 armor. It's got 38 block. It's also got 10 spirit and 15 intellect. Level 56 to equip it. Wild Heart Spalders, which is part of that set. Leather shoulder piece, of course. 127 armor with 8 spirit, 18 intellect, and 9 stamina. Level 55 to equip. Wolf Shear Leggings is the cloth legs with 76 armor. It's got 25 spirit, 10 nature resistance, and 5 stamina. Level 56 to equip it. And if you equip it, increases spell power by 14.
You know how the Rombeard Protector is a shield and it's an offhand? I wonder if you pick up a gnome and use them as an offhand item, like a shield, do you get all of their armor value and their intellect and spirit?
Yeah, I think that works. So where's Val?
Yeah.
Where's Val?
You can't catch him.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I can't catch him. He is quick.
All right. For the last one, this guy is probably one of the funnest bosses in here. He's probably the funnest boss.
Now, what's your idea of fun? Like hard or just...
Yeah. I mean, he has some stuff that you just gotta know what you're doing, kind of. Okay. He's fun, though. Overlord Wormthalak is the overlord and taskmaster of the Lesser City, Blackrock Citadel. He receives his commands from General Drakasath. His abilities are Cleave and inflicts 110% of normal melee damage to an enemy and its nearest allies, affecting up to 3 targets in a 180-degree arc. Demoralizing Shout reduces the melee attack power of nearby enemies for 30 seconds. Sweeping Slam inflicts normal damage plus 50 to enemies in a cone in front of the caster, knocking them back. The strategy is relatively simple fight. That's why I like it. He performs a knockback, so it's best to tank him against the wall behind him. Melee DPS should stand behind Wormthalak to avoid the cleave and slam ability. When he reaches around 50% health, 2 random choices of a Spirestone Warlord, Smolderthorn Berserker, or Bloodaxe Veteran will run up the ramp to assist him. They will need to be controlled or off-tank to prevent them from attacking caster. This is the reason I like it, because he has 2 of them, and you actually got to watch them because they will kill you. If you can kill Wormthalak fast enough, move back to the wall behind where Wormthalak was initially standing. The 2 mobs that show up to help, which if Wormthalak is already dead, will stand there and do nothing, and you won't aggro. So, I just like it because they come out and they're just there, and they're like, hey, why are you touching our dude in his no-no square? Now it's time to die. Alright, after you kill him, you have some loots to pick up. These are going to be just random. I'll tell you what level requirement. First one is a Mark of the Dragon Lord. It is a ring. Its use is a protective mana shield surrounds the caster, absorbing 500 damage. While the shield holds, increases mana regeneration by 22 per 5 seconds for 30 minutes. Nice! And that's level 56 to use. Stalkers Mantle. It is a male shoulder piece, 266 armor, 8 agility, 17 stamina, 7 intellect, 4 spirit. Increases attack power by 14 when you equip it, and you have to be level 55. Chill Pike. It is a 2-handed polearm. 52.3 damage per second with 176 damage on top end. Chance on hit, blast the target for 160 to 250 frost damage. Be level 56 to equip it. Heart of the Scale. It is a trinket. Use inflicts increases fire resistance by 20 and deals 20 fire damage to anyone who strikes you within with a melee attack for 5 minutes. And you have to be level 56 to use or equip. Reaver Claws. It is a plate hands piece, 398 armor with 15 stamina and 9 strength. Increases your critical strike rating by 14 if you equip, and you have to be level 56. Relentless Scythe is a 2-handed sword with a 53 damage per second, 210 top end, 8 agility, 20 strength, 8 stamina. Increases your parry rating by 20. be level 57 to use it. That is a hell of a tanking weapon. Tridal Haven Staff is a two-handed staff with 52.1 damage per second, 132 op-in, 25 intellect, 12 stamina, increases spell power by 14, and you gotta be 56 to equip. He also drops the Gemstone of Blood Axe and General Drakensat's command, which begins a quest. And I think that concludes our Lower Blackrock Spire podcast. We don't have to talk about lowers anymore.
So that is the end of Lower Blackrock Spire, like he just said. So next week, Skullomans.
Yay!
Or Skolo. Just, however you want to say it. So until next week, have fun playing a game.
As always.
This show is brought to you by Heartland Production Entertainment. If you'd like to help to make the show better, go to patreon.com/heartlandpae.